Oh, good evening. Now, of course, 6 p.m. here in the craft store, and it means the launch of a brand new one-day special. And if you are new to us here at the craft store, well, welcome. It's great that you are joining us. The craft store and Create and Craft are one big family, and this is going to be the home for crafting on TV as well as online. Now, the craft store launches the one-day special at 6 p.m. and it's a time-limited offer that lasts 24 hours, in which you are able to purchase this incredible value for money, incredible brand new designs most of the times, and today is brand new. It is a concept, it is a product that has been developed by Craft Yourself Silly, and that means as well, if you are brand new to us here at the craft store, let me introduce you the legend that is Hayley Smith, because she is a little bit of a legend, isn't it?
I wouldn't go quite that far.
Yeah, I would say yes.
No, I would go with nuisance.
Yeah.
That's where I would put it. Nuisance. The nuisance that is Hayley Smith.
If you say so, I'm not going to contradict the guests. No, actually, no. Oh, come on. You have been with us since day one, really, didn't you?
Yes, I was on the very, very first weekend that the craft store was here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have been delighted us with lots of different, easy-to-do soft crafts, including quilting, including sewing, embroidery. You have taught us to craft along as well, the sew along.
Absolutely. And what we try and do is we try and take something that, could be quite complex and just simplify it. And that's what we kind of, do the best at, I think, is just taking things that, give amazing results, but make them really simple to achieve. And
that's exactly what the one-day special is all about, right?
Yeah.
Because we have got two options. That's all you need to know about thinking about what you will need to choose is the basics, which is the whites, the grays, and the black, or the brights, which is, of course, that rainbow of colors in here. Now, you have been shopping ahead already for the brights. That is in the lead now. Now, it includes 6 12-meter rolls, right?
Yes. So when we first brought out on a roll, we did big 40-meter ones. Let me grab one from over here. There we go. Right. Okay. So we did big 40-meter ones like this, and that is fantastic if you've got a large project in mind, or if it's a colour that you're going to use a lot of, so you're going to use it to bind a lot of things or something like that. However, what people were asking us for is smaller amounts of different colours so that they could do different types of projects, and that's exactly what we've brought you. We've brought you the brights and the basics. So the basics, they're all of the colours that fantastic for a stash builder, things that you're going to use in a lot of different possible projects. So you've got put 2 blacks in there because we think that the black one really, really useful. I think there's a lot of projects that would go for. So you've got 2 blacks, you've got a lighter grey, more like a silver grey, and a mid grey in there. You've also got pearl jam, which is a kind of creamy ivory colour, and then you've got a white, pure white as well.
Yeah, so that is also, so that would be great combinations for something very striking to create.
Well, not necessarily. These ones, you're not necessarily thinking about using them all together as one project. You maybe split them up, because 12 metres, just to give you an idea, if you had a quilt that was 3 metres by 3 metres, there's enough on there to bind the whole quilt.
Oh, I see.
So you've got 3 metres across the top, 3 metres down the side, 3 metres along the bottom, and 3 metres up the other side.
Right.
So it means that you've got either binding for 6 quilts there, that you don't have to spend the time, cutting it out and piecing it all together. It's one continuous strip. Or maybe you're putting sashing into a project. It's there, it's done, it's cut for you. You can just kind of steam straight ahead. So I would refer to this one not so much as a project set, more as a stash builder set, one that you're going to be dipping into for all sorts of different projects.
And can you tell us a little bit about the Pixel Art pattern booklet?
So we did Pixel Art probably about 6 months ago. Now I must apologise, because I was given the task of printing this out and I did not do a good job. I'm going to be straight up with you. I failed miserably. Oh, that's much better to do it that way, yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's better. So, as you can see, each one of those, you've got a pattern you've got a design that the quilt will make, and in the front of the book you have a little table which shows you how long to cut each of the pieces to fit in, because what we've done is we've broken it down and we've given each row a number. So you're not quilting in blocks, you're quilting by row for this.
I see.
So in the first row it'll probably say, you know, like for the one that's more, oh no, I don't know me left from me right. Not the one that looks like
this one.
Checkerboard.
Yeah.
That'll do. And that one,
Yeah.
right. So first row it'll tell you how many squares you need in kind of black, and then how many you need in white, and then how many you need in black and how many you need in white. You can obviously swap these colours up, so if you wanted to make it more than 2 colours, you want to make it multiple colours, you absolutely can. And you've got the chart there that tells you, you know, if I need 4 squares and I'm working with a 2.5-inch strip, it will tell me how big that strip needs to be. But what we've done this time is we've taken it that step further, and we've given you the 1 to 4 templates, because they're the most commonly used sizes within this technique. So we've made acrylic templates which are 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, 4 blocks, and they are all there ready for you to go. So you don't even have to measure them out now. You can literally just put the templates on and cut, and away you go.
And I'm showing you how they will come to you with white.
Yes, they come to you with a protective film on there, but they are actually completely clear.
And so then you can remove it.
We've kind of shown you both versions there, so you can see what will arrive in the post and what you'll end up with once you've peeled the film off.
Perfect. Right, remember you have got 2 different options. The templates and the patterns will be the same, right?
Yes, the patterns are the same within both of them. Perfect. And the templates are the same within both of them. It's just the colour that you're changing. So you can either go for the brights, or all those beautiful rainbow shades, or you can go for the basics, you know, all those really useful ones, the ones that are going to be, you know, in your stash just when you need them.
Right. You know what? I will be honest. Now that you explain how the pixel thing works, I'm like, that's such a genius. My brain now, I just want to have a go.
It's a really easy way to quilt as well, and you can get some fantastic patterns by working this way. And we've
I love it. There's something in my brain that suddenly is engaged
clicks,
now,
doesn't it? And you're like, oh, okay, that's
now
easy enough. I need a 1, then a 2, then a 3, and it's like a bit like knitting.
Yeah,
it's a bit like a knitting pattern. You need, you know, 1 of this, 2 of that, 3 of the other, and you just build up a row at a time. But it's also a really easy way to quilt, because sometimes when you get blocks, when you start putting them together, obviously you're going to put them together into your rows, and then you're going to put those rows together into bigger pieces. It gets kind of bulkier and bulkier and harder to put those things together. With this, you're only working a row at a time, so the bulk of your fabric will be over there, and you're just adding on that 1 little row every time. So it kind of is, it's a nice simple way to work as well.
Perfect, right? If you want your one-day special, remember 2 different options. You can go for the basics, which is the grays and the white and the blacks, or you can go for the brights, which is of course the ones. Now they work out that basically you are getting the patterns and the templates half price. So basically you are paying for this full price, and then you are getting the template and the patterns for the £10, which is a fabulous saving there. You can also flexify it, spread the cost in 2 interest-free payments of £34.99. Now that I understand those patterns, I just want to go and do it. 130871 is your item number. Now, once that you are going to get these templates and the patterns, you will want a lot more rolls, don't want you?
Yes. So what we've done is everything that we've had previously as a 40-metre roll is now available as a 12-metre roll. And then on top of that, I think there's another 4 or 5 colours in. I think we started out with about 9 or 10 when we first brought these, and I think we're up to about 20 odd colours now. And there is a full rainbow in here now.
Absolutely, yeah. Wow, I love a rainbow. I love a rainbow, and I love as well the fact that you can get it in continuous piece here. Now, 2.5-inch strip cotton, you're picking any 3. Now, if we wanted to do one of the quilts or the pattern, the pixel art kind of patterns, would you recommend to go for 3 contrasting colors? Would you go for 3 analogous?
I think for the pixel ones, you definitely need a level of contrast in there, because I think that kind of makes it pop. But what I'll probably do is I'd actually go and hunt out one of the bigger 40-meter rolls for whatever is going to be your background colour, and then pick your kind of statement colours, the ones that are going to be more in the foreground, pick those out of these ones here.
Makes sense. All right, well, the choice is yours. £29.97 is your price. You're choosing any three. 861518 is your item number. So you will get, in actual fact, 36 meters?
Yes, you get 36 meters. Obviously, they come as 3 separate rolls. The greys are in there as well, and the black and the white and the cream is an option within that
and
as
the
well.
reds,
So you have got your plain options as well. Just my stick wasn't long enough.
Well, I do like this stick thing.
It's quite a long stick, but the stick was not long enough to get there. There's another 6 to go on there. Stick not long enough. Gonna bring a bigger stick next time.
Yeah, bigger stick. Or bring 2 sticks and then you can put
2 sticks, that's what I'll be. I'll be Hayley 2 sticks next time. I'm on it.
861518 is your item number. £29.97 is your price. Now we have got more for you. The quilt behind me, and it's just absolutely stunning, isn't it? Shall I walk in here so you can see?
I think it's quite nice just to have, you know, some stuff that's worked in planes sometimes, because I think it does create quite a statement piece, and then you're not too worried about the pattern that you've used maybe going out of fashion or out of style or anything. Planes you can never ever go wrong with. It's a really, really simple one to do. Now Heather's mixed up the kind of order that she's done her stripes in, but if you are wanting to do this with all the stripes being the same in each block, then you can literally quilt one huge long stripe and then cut it up into the squares.
Right, so that would be, I love that idea, because then it's really easy, like kind of just, sew
absolutely, just sewing long straight pieces. And this one here, the one that's up with Paola over there, that's actually a 3x3 block quilt. You get enough within the bundle to do 3x5, so you could add another 2 rows onto the bottom of this, so you can make a whopper of a quilt from this one. A whopper.
Oh, I like that. I really, really like that. Now, of course, you are getting not only the 12-meter rolls, but also the 42?
You're getting 4 12-meter rolls, and then you're getting 1 big 40-meter in the grey as well, because obviously that's the colour that kind of breaks everything up and makes all of those other colours pop, because it's got that kind of mid-grey in the background.
I love that. And I love this grey. It's a really nice neutral grey. Then we are getting, is it for the backing?
You're going to get some fabric for your backing as well. We've given you a piece that's big enough to do the what would be the 3 block by 5 block. So we've given you enough to do that. If you want to make it into, you know, a couple of smaller quilts, or you want to kind of play around with it, then that's entirely up to you. But we're going to give you enough to make the 3x5 block quilt, and you're also getting the same amount of batting as well.
The batting. So you have got everything, basically everything we need. Everything
you need to make that quilt. Well, a bigger quilt than that quilt even.
Yeah. Wow, for just, with a saving of £21, our 3 payments of £33 and 33 pence, £99 and 99 pence is your price, one-off payment. So just under £100, everything you need, except of course your sewing machine and thread, to make one quilt that is significant size as well. 481775 is your item number. I really want to do it, and now all I want to do is kind of sit down and sew. That's all I want to do.
And of course there is another end. I can put you one on the end.
Yeah, I should do. It's just
you'll be all right.
You'll be all right, wouldn't it? Because also this
I'll let you join in. I don't mind.
Yeah, but let's craft along. That's in it. 873-922 is your item number for the charm roll with the sashing roll. Now, charm roll, I have never seen this before.
Okay, that's because we invented it.
Fabulous.
So let me just move this machine out of the way.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've got too many wires.
Is this like a roll of 5 inches that has got like printed into it?
Obviously all the other rolls that we've cut, let me grab this one because it's open. There we go. All the rolls that we've previously kind of brought to you have been 2.5 inches. Yeah. Okay,
Right.
this one, as you can see, is double that width. It's 5 inches wide. So exactly the same principle as you see with the charm squares that are pre-cut. Let me take the sticker off the bottom of there because I've stuck it to the table.
Oh. Yeah, and then that's a bit problematic.
As you roll it off, it is charm
I
squares,
see.
but they're all on a roll. You've got 44 on here, so you can cut them off and use them as individual pieces, or you've got the option to kind of use them as a strip as they are and just cheat. It's entirely up to you. You can completely cheat with this if you want to.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that it's just kind of, you can create your own choices. Like, you don't have to choose right now. You can, well, you have to choose which option you want to, because you are getting one of them and there is different color options. But you are saving £4 brand new today. £18.98 is your price, and you can see it in the back. You are getting also the sashing, the matching sashing for it, which means that something like this you could be able to make incredibly easily. 87392 is your item number. £18.98 is your price. I mean, it's a lot of fabric, in fact.
And you get 44 different charms on there.
Wow.
So that particular quilt does mix a couple of the two different rolls together, but you could easily make quite a decent sized quilt with this, just using the rolls, because you've got so many different options in here. As I said, you've got 44 different patterns in here.
I love that.
If I just pull this back through, you'll be able to see some of the patterns coming through. There we go, let's go.
Wow.
But all the same colours, all work perfectly together, designed to work together with the same kind of, I thought it was going to just roll nicely all by itself.
Yeah. It's like the director just said, a conveyor belt of patterns. I'm not going to take credit, Marcus. I'm never going to take credit for your idea, Marcus. 87392 is your item number. So spots 1 is the blue and the corally tones. Then we have got the spots 1 as well, and then we have then the pink tones as well, so we have got that. Spots number 2. And then spots number 3, we have also there, which is this one in there. £18.98 is your price, as you're saving.
I think with these, what I might do is I might actually chop a couple of these up so they actually are all separate pieces, and then I'll be able to show you all of those different patterns a little bit more clearly, because you've got 44 different ones here, and obviously at the minute, as they are, you kind of can't see all of them, but if I start chopping all this up for you, then you'll be able to see all of those different patterns. They are quite retro, they're quite vintage, but I think the colours make them a little bit more modern, because you've got some fantastic colours in there, peaches and teals and all sorts in this one. So there's some nice blues in there. You can use them as individual squares if you want to, or you can, use them all together in one project. It's entirely up to you.
Entirely. I love that we have got these possibilities. Right, now those ones were the charm rolls, which I love the words, but it's hard to pronounce. Then we have got the rainbow rolls. Now 12 meters again, right? We are talking about here.
12 meters, and you've seen these as their individual ones before. So these are just the rolls in their own right, but we have actually got some little bundles on today to make quilt toppers. So that is one of those rolls, and the same amount in white as well. And I've got 2 quilts that you'll be able to show up there, which these are, I would say you're looking about 1 metre by 1.20 ish.
I mean, do you want me to measure with my body? So this is, this is 1 metre.
Okay. But I would say that's about 120 there.
Can I put myself
Is this
in?
a good idea, Paula?
It's about 1 metre and 20.
Yeah, 1 metre by about 1.20
like,
and
I'm 1.5 meters in height, and I'm wearing heels, so that's where I say Okay. And from here to here, it's about 1 metre.
So you've got 2 rolls here will make you that size quilt. So if you like that, but you want it to be a bigger quilt, then you could just pop a couple in your basket and make yourself a bigger one.
Absolutely.
If you wish.
Right, and now, of course, I love these quilts. I really, there's something very obviously geometric, but also very pleasing with them. So if you want to go with the quilt topper kit with a 12-meter rainbow roll, the 12-meter white, and the pattern, it's just £19.99. You're saving £5, and I love how the easiness of it. But we also have got the rolls on their own, and then you're choosing which one you want. So therefore, you can see that you're choosing one of them. There's 3 options here. £12.99 for them. You're saving £2. And then 070042 is your item number. We have got also happy hours, and you do have the happy hours.
I have happy hours, yes.
Perfect.
So these are 40-meter rolls. They're a really nice spot on here. It's not a perfectly round spot, and it's not one that's kind of laid out in a particular pattern. This is what we've called our raindrop spot, and we've got 3 different colours in this. So the top one is mangoes.
Yep.
This one is coral, and then the one on the bottom is almost blue. And I think these are beautiful, especially if you're thinking about you know, putting a load of sashing or borders on something. These are a great option. The 40-meter rolls means that there's an awful lot there, which, you know, for example, if you were going to do a kind of, even just take 2 of these together and alternate the colours and just make a kind of almost like a log cabin, or even just frames within frames within frames, then these are a great option. There's an awful lot of fabric on here. There's equivalent to about 2.5 meters on each of these rolls. Wow. And you have the choice.
You have got a choice. I was thinking as well, maybe we should try to match them with other ones in here. Because
I would say definitely go with a. You can't go wrong with a kind of white or a cream with these. Yeah. That's the easy win if you're going to go with one of those. But yes, absolutely, I can pass them over, and you can add add some other colours.
Because then it would be nice to do a little bit of a shopping kind of a spray. Right, if you want to go for the happy hour, remember the price will go up at the end of the hour. It's not like the one-day special that should last 24 hours. The happy hours are our shows and offers. £19.99 is your price. So you're saving £13. 136413 is your item number. But let's have a look at Hayley, the one-day special, right?
Yes, I've got some bits from the one. Well, I might have added an extra pink in just because I like the pink.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you know, it's all right. What I'd kind of done is I'd gone craft store colours. You see.
Yeah.
But then that one and that one weren't in the thing. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You can get them as individuals as well, so it's absolutely fine. So what I'm actually working on here, which I'm going to mention now, which is going to be an absolute mistake because it means I'll have none left for later. But this is our semi-stiff batting. So we have 4 different battings within the Craft Yourself Silly family. We have a super soft, a super stiff, a semi-stiff, which is this one, and then we have the super slim. So the super slim is the one we usually do on a roll, but this is our semi-stiff that we've done on a roll because you see that for a bag, it's absolutely perfect because it's got a bit of body to it, but it's not kind of so rigid that it is, you know, going to be like a rock when you put it together. But this is now available on a roll as well. It's always been available just as a large piece, but we have cut it as a roll now. So it's a 47 centimetre width, which is absolutely perfect. So I'm making a bag with this one at the minute, and as you can see, once that goes together, that's going to be a really good size for a bag. And I'm just using on it at the minute a quilt as you go technique. So where I'm putting the rolls down one at a time and just lining them up with each other, lining up the straight edge from the previous one with the next one. And I'm just going to take that to the machine and stitch those 2 together. Once it's stitched together, I shall fold it back out, and then I'm just top stitching either side to add even more kind of definition to it. So what I'll do is I'll pop these together and I'll pin them, and I'll quickly sew them because I know you want to give. You have to do some numbers, you have to do a bit of admin, don't you? I have to do
the numbers for the semi-stiff batting, 48 centimetres by 5 metres in, you're getting just £13.99, 569316 is your item number. Quite a lot of semi-stiff batting here.
Yeah, it is. It works out to be just over 1.5 meters square. So you've got quite a lot there, and I mean, I think really useful at that width because it's perfect for bags. It's perfect for cushions. It's perfect for, you know, anything that's a smaller project that you don't necessarily want to be unfolding a huge piece of batting just to take a corner out of it. Really, really useful size and really, really storable as well.
It works out at £2.80 per meter, which is a fabulous affordable price. 5690316 is your item number. Back to you, Hayley.
Okay, so we're doing a kind of quilt as you go technique, and the beauty of this is, can you see how nice and neat the back becomes on this? Because it's almost the same as like foundation piecing. But instead of having the paper on the back, which you would then remove, it's batting on the back, so you don't need to remove it. So we're going to line this up, make sure I've got those two pieces lined up, and the most important bit to this is really keeping a constant seam allowance and then pressing properly as well, pressing each piece out as you go. So this is just a long straight piece. I'm just going to make sure they're, just tweak them along a little bit so they're lined up. I'm just going to take my stuff down all the way. And we're going to go all the way down, and then we're going to, once we get to the bottom, we are going to take this to the ironing board, press it out so we get that nice kind of flat look, and there's no kind of lumps and bumps in here. I've made a, there we go. We'll go all the way to the bottom, just take the pins out. There you go, and then we're going to take it over to that ironing board and just press this out. So put that down.
So this is kind of, all these projects today are very perfect for a beginner quilter, somebody who just wants a quick and easy project.
It's kind of everybody this, because it's for the beginner, because it's going to, you know, you're going to get those accurate cuts that you may not initially get as a beginner. It's for the more advanced sewer because it's going to save you a whole bunch of time on cutting things out, and also it's going to give you a more professional finish, especially for your borders and your binding, because you're not going to have all those joins in there. So now that's pressed out, I'm going to repeat that process again and again to get the whole thing covered, because that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming to cover the whole thing to be able to then kind of turn it into a bag.
Blocks,
so you can do this just as a bag front. You could just do, you know, maybe another half a dozen down there to make it into a square. So there you go. You could do maybe down to there to make it a square, or we're going to do like a square bottomed bag with this later, and we're just going to keep kind of adding strips on as we go. But I know that the rolls are what you want to see. the charm rolls.
Well, the charm rolls.
Paula,
yes, I mean,
what have you done?
Well, I haven't done anything, but I'm just kind of hide behind them. These ones are 3 different options of the charm rolls, which you can see that the 5-inch wide and a 5-inch pattern design. So basically, you will have all those different. You know, I should have kind of rolled them up, but that's a little bit too difficult. $12.99 each, or with the sashing roll is £18.98. So you can go for a spots 1, a spots 2, or spots 3 in there. So it means that you are getting the sashing for $5.99, saving £4. So the sashing is a 2.5. You can see it in here. The 2.5 inches wide. 87392 is your item number. For the charm rolls. I love this idea. I love the idea that comes in a roll, because
well, the thing is, it makes it quite easy, and they do actually go quite nicely together. Especially, I don't know which order they've put them in, but there's, if you kind of move the purpley one out the way, these two will work really, really well together in their own right, because there's a lot of kind of similar colours that tie in between them. But beautiful, beautiful. And I think a lot of fun can be had with these as well. And I will show you a shortcut way that you can use these. Say you wanted to put them all together. Now, obviously, we do the bundle with the sashing, which means you've got a really, really easy quilt there, or a topper or a bag. Oh, these would make good bags.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And then the pockets. Each charm could be a pocket as well.
Oh, right. Okay, let's make a bag.
Oh.
I'm going to go with
What's
this
happening?
one.
Let's make a bag. Oh.
Let's make a bag. Okay.
It was your idea. Don't. Then after, don't say that I made you do a bag, please.
What's better than a quilt?
I still have
than a
it.
duvet
My
cover.
cats love that. My cats is.
Well, I'm very glad your cats love it. So, okay, with these being 5-inch square, now if I was to use them as strips, that's fine, but what I need to factor in is I'm going to lose 1/4 of an inch at the top and 1/4 of an inch at the bottom in order to do that. So then I'd end up with 5 inches by 4.5 inches, but there is a way around that. So if I fold this in half and line it up along that edge, if I sew down that edge, I put my machine down. So I sew 1/4 inch, let me get that lined up, just down there. Okay. Then, what has happened? Oh, the thing's come out, there we go. This will give me the 1/4 inch off each side. Now I don't have to cut this seam necessarily, unless I want to press it open.
Yeah.
Let me just get rid of that, there we go. So unless I want to press it open, I could just kind of stitch down those as a roll.
Yeah.
And cheat if I wanted to. Yeah. So let me just do the next one along as well. So I'll show you that again. I'm just going to make sure it's in half. Now, to make sure it's properly in half, I'm going to make sure that it's lined up top and bottom.
Right. Yeah.
On there, and make sure I just give that a quick press along that edge. Where the colour, you can see where the colours change, yeah. And then pop that back against the 1/4 inch again, and straight down there, and that will save you quite a lot of time piecing all these pieces together, because they can't go anywhere, they're joined together. Yeah. And that still gives you the quilted look, but without having to kind of, you know, do them all separately. Now you can, as I said, you can cut this if you want to cut it. You don't have to cut it. You'll just, as if you were pressing both to one side, you just press them flat that way. So shall we make a bag with this one?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Right, change of plan. We love it when we do change of plan right in the middle of a show.
No, but I think it's very important to show that these products, yes, they were designed for one purpose or with one idea in mind, but they are so versatile in themselves that you can transform them up off the cuff if you sort of way. And I love that. I love products that kind of inspire you on the spot to do something a little bit different.
Well, why not? I mean, they weren't a thing until like 2 weeks ago, so.
Exactly, yeah. Love that.
This is the problem, you see, with having the printer. We can just think of stuff and then do it, and then nobody can stop me.
Exactly.
It's a blessing and a curse.
By the way, if you want the rolls on their own, they are available, which are $12.99. Details at the bottom of the screen. But if you want to go for the one that comes with the sashing, so that 2.5 inch roll, that is of course £18.98. The details on the left-hand side of the screen. There are 3 different options for those ones. Spots 1, which is the one that has got the coral and the bow. Then spots 2 is the most popular, with the more lilac and there's sky blue. Nearly a third of that option has gone spots 2, and this one final one is spots number 3, which is more of the pinky one, the coral, and this one is nearly 20% of the stock has gone. Remember, these are the options that come in with the saving of £4 because it comes with the sashing roll. If you just wanted to the roll, the charm roll, you have got the details at the bottom of the screen, and then you can select spots 1, spots 2, spots 3. However, the saving is when you go for the sashing as well. Then, of course, you will find them on the website, thecraftstore.com. You have got the pick and mix of those rolls. So this could be back in black. You can go Buddy Holly or White Wedding, 2.5 inches wide, perfect for binding and sashing, but also for pixel art. Look at that purple rain. They have got lime ink, pearl jam in there, blue suede shoes, silver lining, walking on sunshine, kiss from a rose, green grass of home, mellow yellow, blue jeans. It's up to you which colors you go for. You're choosing any 3 for just £29.97. And then, of course, if you wanted to go for those rainbow options, we have got the rainbow roll, 12-meter wide roll, and the pattern. This is the solid rainbow, and it comes in with that gorgeous pattern. And then you also have got the sky blue pink, and then the violet vibe. Those ones are the options that you have got. Now you have got £5 off. £19.99 is your price for the pattern and those rolls there. 414725 is your item number. Shall we head back to Hayley?
Oh, I turned that up fast. Sorry, my bobbin ran out. Every time.
That's all right. That's why we are here.
Every time.
I never had heard that expression.
Let me just shuffle that out of the way for the minute. So for this, now I'm going to take, because you can see, because they've got all those seams in, I mean, you would press them anyway if they've got seams in, but I will then press all of these out. I'll do another row that's the same, and we'll make ourselves a little bag. Now, I'm going to do an offset bag, which will kind of, when it goes together, it'll have kind of quite a nice shape to it. Right. So don't worry, we're going to be fine. But first job is to just give this a quick press and get these seams pressed out, and you'll see that they press flat really, really easily. So I'm going to do it from the front first, and you can press to whichever side you prefer, because they will have pattern both sides, won't they? Yeah, they're patterned both sides, and they're kind of hidden both sides, so you're not going to see through for this. Okay. So there's that first one, and they do press beautifully flat. Right. Yeah. So I do. But all of these will all go the same direction, I think, just to make it easier. You can come across as well. It would help if there wasn't quite as much banana-iness in the ironing board, but it's all right. It's all right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Now we're going to flip it over, do it from the other side as well, just to make sure we get everything super, super flat. Because you can see that one towards the centre there. This next one along, that's still a little bit up, and then we're going to do exactly the same again. So I've got a row of 5. I think it's 5, 4, 4 and 2 2s. Okay. So there's my 5. I'm going to start putting all these rows together. If we don't get it finished in this hour, we'll definitely get it finished in the next, but I just need to repeat that same process to keep joining those together. Yeah. Of course, Hayley will be back at 8 o'clock with Yana, so then that continuation of the project will be taking place. Now, the one-day special is an incredible. I love this. I just fallen in love with the pixel art system for quilting. You have got 2 different options. Basically, you are choosing the colors of your rolls, whether you are going for the basics or whether you are going for the brides. So there we can see the basics on the screen. Then the brides are the ones coming up next. The rest of the one-day special is exactly the same. You have got the patterns, and I love this idea. I love the fact that it comes with all the instructions, but basically this is how it's going to end up looking. And then if you look at the bottom, it tells you you need 1, which is using the template that it comes in 1, and then you need out of white, and then you need 2 out of the black one using the template that says 2.
So that's how it works. And then, of course, it goes to maybe sometimes 3, sometimes 4. You are getting those templates included in the one-day special. The ones that I showed had this protective element in their film that then you can take them out and they go completely transparent. That is so you can fussy cut if you wanted to. It comes with the seam allowance and also clearly labeled. Many people leave their sticker or the film, protection film in the number because then it's a little bit easier to see, to find it out. But you can see that it will match perfectly in here. So it's basically putting in the template and then just cut either side. You know, Hayley did say that if you went for the basics, it's more kind of a stash builder because I personally think that I would do a quilt with a black and grays and because I think it will look absolutely stunning. Or maybe you have got beautiful rolls, say for instance a 2.5-inch roll, but maybe we are talking about maybe William Morris or other fabrics like, I don't know, Moda and things like that. This could be the perfect sashing and binding for those ones or the accents for it. Because remember, it's up to you how you use them. Having the brides means that you can do the pixel art in quilts without having to input anything from your stash. It's up to you how you do it. You have got a £10 saving, which means that basically you are paying for the 6 rolls of 12 meters, a continuous length. There is no seams in here, that's one of the things that makes it incredible. It's just one continuous length. It's not 42 inches or 44 inches and then another 44 inches. This is a continuous 12 meter, 12 meter. It's just about, is it 40 inches? Sorry, no, so not 40, so 40, 12 meters would be 12 meters by inches.
12 meters and 2.5 inches wide.
Yeah, no, so how much would be, no, I wanted to find out how much 12 meters is in inches.
Oh, in inches? 1 meter, no, hang on, half.
Well, let's move on. That is, I just kind of, so, anyway, 12 meters in inches, 472 inches.
Okay.
I'm
not sure where you're going with this. I'm a bit scared.
No, because usually a roll, I'm just saying that because usually a roll, of 2.5 inches, it usually has got, it's 44 inches in width, each strip.
Right.
So this is why it's one continuous.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea, like usually from salvage to salvage, it's about 42 inches, so 44 inches. This is like 10 of those ones in terms of continuous strip. Makes it 10. It's just like, for me, like then kind of suddenly goes like, all the thing, it's just it's continuous. It's just incredible. 130871 is your item number. You can get the rolls on as a pick and mix if you prefer to do that, if you don't want to go for the templates. Personally, I would put a one-day special in because I want the templates and the patterns, and then I would go for the basics, and then I would add Buddy Holly, for sure, because then I can do a pick and mix. I would do, I'm gonna go extra. I'm gonna go for that bright pink because I think that bright pink with the pink. And then let's go down, green grass, green grass at home. I think those 3 colors. I know they're random, but I think they would look great. And then when you check out, we have got, obviously it's not going to be this here. So Buddy Holly, which is that sort of teal, then a pink, and then a green, mossy green. And then that with the basics, I will put the one-day special. Yeah, let's put the flexi. Ooh, that's nice. I don't have to pay £29 a night. Really, it has got flexi. Interesting. Really good. And then how about these ones? You know what I would put? Oh, toy filling. It's always good to have the extra filling. Then we have got the paint markers. Definitely put the paint markers there as well. Absolutely. So you can, and then you can flexify because of course it has open a flexi order. Right, once you do that, you check out securely. Right, I've done my shopping. Have you done yours? Check out those baskets.
Admin complete?
All right.
Admin complete. Okay, so I'm putting this bag together. I've got one piece that's 5 squares, which is down the middle, and then I've put together 2 pieces that are 4 squares. Still needs ironing, but I'm hopefully going to get all the pieces kind of laid out in this hour, and then we'll construct it in the next hour. Because this was not a planned demo. It's fine. It was planned demos, but they went out the window.
Well, you are doing brilliant.
Okay, there we go. So, right to the bottom, and then that is going to go onto here.
Perfect.
And then I've got another one that's going to go onto there. And can you see the pattern that's giving me? So I've got 2 squares here and 2 squares here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to join them up, and that will start creating our bag shape. So I've got to make my second one. With the smaller pieces, you may want to, you know, cut the 4 or 5 off that you're going to use. This just needs another 2. And all the patterns, there's no kind of lines between them, so they do go kind of straight into each other. So if you're wanting to use it as, and there's still loads on there, I'll count up how many I've got left in a minute. But then you'll be able to see all the different patterns.
I see.
And they're all different. You've got no repeats in here. So if you wanted repeats, you'd need a second roll for it. But you can have so much fun with these because I quite like the kind of retro patterns within them as well. We have tried to pick quite modern colours for them though, so there's no, you know, it isn't too retro. It's still kind of usable as modern designs. Let me just do this last one, and then I'll quickly press all these out if you don't mind, Paula, and then we'll start joining them together.
Perfect. And it's just such an easy project as well for somebody who doesn't know how to piece things together. Well, or is afraid of patterns. But also, or, if you're not sure what color coordination.
If you're not sure what goes together as well, these are already kind of laid out for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just literally stitch them together and away you go.
Absolutely.
So let me just take that one out.
And they are 100% cotton as well, right?
They are. Everything's 100% cotton, and everything is printed here in the UK, designed by us and printed by us. So we try and do as much as we can here.
Indeed.
You know, we're very good.
Absolutely, very good. You're saving £4 on that one, but also we want to give you another look at the options spots. One, which I believe is this one. This one is spots number 1, I believe. This one is spots number 2, and that's spots number 3. I'm pretty sure that that's the right thing. Yeah. 1 is the one that has got more the greeny, and shall I remember them? I mean, that's kind of, sometimes this can be a little bit of, right, let's insert that one, and number 2, and number 1, that way. Number 1, you can see it here, so that is the one that has got more the greeny teal. 20% of the stock has gone off that one. Then spots number 2 is the most popular, 40% of the stock gone. And then we have got spots number 3, nearly a third of the stock gone. Remember that this option that you have got on the left hand side of the screen comes in with the sashing option, so the sashing blue, £4 saving, £18.98 is what you are paying. Then we have got the rainbow option as well for these gorgeous quilts in here, and you can see in there all those kind of gorgeous elements in there. You have the lab quilt topper kit with a 12-meter rainbow roll and the 12-meter of white roll, and the pattern to create this is stunning, absolutely stunning. I absolutely adore it, and I think many people.
Twizzle, do it. Twizzle, Paula, twizzle.
I'm stronger than I thought I was.
Additional quilt. Heather's really outdone herself this time. Yeah, okay. She has done so many.
Tired. So that's the exercise.
That one is Violet Vibes.
Yeah.
And then the one that was on the other side is Sky Blue Pink. I do have another sample for the rainbow one. That's Sky Blue Pink again. It's just a little pillowcase to go match with the quilt.
That's so cute.
And then there's another little sample, and this uses the kind of pixel technique that we've discussed earlier, where you're doing kind of, you know, bits at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love the pixel thing. It's just so clever. £19.99 is your price for the rainbow roll, as well as the white roll, and you're getting the pattern. You are getting 3 different options, so you can choose whichever one is the one that you want. So solid rainbow, the sky blue pink, and the violet vibes. £19.99 is your price. You are saving £5. Right, 414725. Right, Hayley, how are you doing?
So I'm just starting to put these panels together, and what I'm trying to do is, once I've put pieces together, always kind of return them back to where I had them laid out, because with this one you do need to remember you start with your 5 in the middle, you put 1 4 at the bottom, 1 4 at the top, and 2 either side. So it kind of makes I mean, it might would make quite a nice table run of this as well, but an unusual kind of shaped one. So I'm now going to join this one, my 5, onto this one here. So I will flip it over to where I want it to be, spend a minute or so just lining up my my seams. Now, because I pressed these all in the same direction, and you just see there that they the seams are going away from each other. So one's off to the left, one's off to the right, and that will give me kind of nicer joins by having that. And then I'm just going to pop in some pins just to hold everything together, and then line up the next one. And the most you'll ever have to line up on this is 3. So it's pretty easy and it's pretty straightforward. So can I have, do you think, a minute or so? Because let me see, we've got what, 5, 6 minutes before the end of the show?
7 minutes.
I reckon I can at least get this together to kind of show you the basis of the bag and how it will go together. So I might need a couple of minutes though, because I'm going to sew really fast.
Oh, well, you know, in the meantime, shall I give the one-day special? Because the one-day special is the one that you have got 2 different options, the brights or the basics. Now, the basics could be a perfect sash builder, because you are getting the perfect rolls to bind and sash most patterns that you may have, most fabrics. Maybe you're like more something that needs a little bit of black. You have got the black, you have got the very dark navy, you have got in there as well dark grays and medium grays. But also you could go for the brights and then have the pattern, create your own pattern with this fabulous brights. It's up to you which one of the options you want to. In any of the options, you are going to get the Pixel Art Booklet, which explains you exactly what you can do with this, you know, what these rolls. You can create, for instance, this pattern. To follow it, you know that you need 3, and you're thinking 3, is it? It's not 3 as in 3 squares. You need 1 of the 3 template. So you put your template along to cut it, and then you just cut your roll to the length of your number 3, and that is the piece that you use for that one. And if I look in the map, you can see in here that takes 3 squares. So this is how simple it is, and you have got all these different patterns in there as well. There are a little bit of optical illusions as well, but it is so much fun and so great. You're getting the patterns and the templates as well with the all 6 of the rolls. Now, the set of brights, we are a third of, sorry, basics is a third of the stock, nearly a third, and nearly 20% of the brights option has done, and that is of the stock of the 24 hours. So remember that that £10 saving is, of course, is part of the one-day special. It works out basically that you are getting the templates, which is the 4 templates, and the pattern booklet at half price. Now you can see them there individually at £19.99. I mean, I think this, you know, I'm going to say it, those templates are the fact that they have got with the whole drill in here. If I put them all together, you will be able to see how they work in there. So you have got 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them are basically an extension of it. because of the seam allowance, the 2 is not twice the 1 because it has got included that seam allowance that you don't need if it's a continuous piece. But I do think this is a fabulous. I would use this for whenever you need lots of different techniques that require that sizes. So remember, get yours. 130871 is your item number. £10 saving, and also a flexi buy option of 2 payments of £34.99. Now, Hayley, you're back with Yanis at 8, right?
I haven't seen Yanis for ages.
Well, today is your lucky day.
Okay.
You're gonna say.
But I'm nearly there, look. Can I just fold that back out? Obviously, these have got pins in, so that one's holding it together a bit more than it should. But can you see the patterns are already coming in there? And that is just one roll, and there's loads still left on here. What have I got? I've got 5 and 8's 13, plus another 4. There's 17 pieces on here. And you're actually getting 44 on the roll, so that's enough to do at least 2 of these bags.
Wow. So of those bags for just, if you are getting the charming roll, or should be charming roll.
Okay, next time I make one, shall I call it a charming roll?
Charming roll.
Okay.
You know,
it's fine. We can do it. We can do what we like. Nobody's here to stop me.
Actually, you could do the charming roll. It could be the extra one, or the smaller one, or the little charming roll. I'm not going to say what my producer said, but it's fine. It's fine. She's completely right. 873 and 92 is the item number with the sashing roll as well. The sashing works out at $5.99 because they are $12.99 on their own, the charm roll, but of course you're getting 44 squares in total, and there are different ones. They get to be repeated, but you know, there are so many of them. And remember, if you want to go for the option without the sashing roll, you can. However, you have got the saving of £4. Spots 2 is the most popular one, which is the kind of lilac-y and blue one. And that's 40% of the stock gone. And then we have got the spots 3, which is the one that is, you can see in there, more pinky, corally tones. It's 7392 is your item number. Nearly a third of the stock has gone. Because it's so many spots, I was saying a third of the spots has gone. I mean, if that was a skin advert, that would be really good, wouldn't it? But no. Anyway, back to Hayley. So we have got seconds to go.
So I've sewn all the flat pieces together. Now, if I'm obviously going to line this. So what I'm going to do to line it is I'm going to use this piece as my template and cut out a piece that's exactly the same size. Once I've done that, it's going to be a case of sewing these 2 together, and then sewing those 2 together. And then that will give me the base of the bag to sew up the side to complete it. So this we'll do in the next hour, because I think it'll be a lot clearer if you can see the whole thing. But we'll put the bag together with Yanis.
Fabulous. So that will be at 8 p.m. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock.
Oh, lovely.
All right. Now, of course, stay tuned here at the craft store. Don't forget to check out your baskets. We have got more quilting after the break. I'll see you in a